That's why it's very flexible coming out from NipFlash, but you know, let's not celebrate too early on because looking at what Team Evo has drafted, this is a very stacked and scary roster. Whereas for NipFlash, they're lacking in magic damage. Unless you're telling me Angela can output a good, sizable chunk of that.
Nah, absolutely not. But I guess that the main thing is for the side of NipFlash, they're not particularly too interested about the lack of magical damage, and they're all in onto a physical attack. I think that that's fine. Perhaps we'll be able to look at another direction. But maybe this is all just copium because we are finally getting ourselves a treat coming into this meta. The Assassin Jungle meta. We thought that this is the death of Benedetta from Diablo. But no, we changed the script and we look around it. It is indeed a Benedetta jungle. Oh, sorry, Benedetta Diablo.
Benedetta Diablo,
Diablo
definitely.
Benedetta.
Wait, hold
Revitalize?
on. He was bringing Revitalize?
Yeah,
huh?
yeah. No
With
more
concussive
no more
blast?
Petrify. Yesterday, when they played the game, Diablo went tank Benedetta.
Oh,
You've got
dear.
a tank emblem, the concussive blast just to clear the lanes and start that rotation because you need to give Hades an additional support. Just because the powerful Cho is right there. And look at the aggressiveness coming out from both these two sides. Powerful in the jungles, Diablo trying to kite around Ken's glue.
Man, Ken is just dropping double blobs. Diablo is in a lot of trouble, and that's not looking good for the side of the NipFlash.
It is all but just a tickle for the side of Glue. He's not receiving any form of damage, it seems, as he's just sitting right there. Even after all of that plays from the side of Diablo, we've got Glue, which is Ken is just back to full health, full HP already.
Now, Sailor already popped that Purify, so JPL, that's a huge win for him. But NipFlash, they're being a little bit more defensive. Ken's gonna take this.
They can't do this.
No problem at all.
Jumping onto Ken. Ken should be able to get on away scot-free. Oh, flickers forward. That's going to be a Temples of Blades. Hades picking up first blood onto Ken.
They actually did manage to do it. One thing's for sure, I really thought that Ken would be durable enough to really withstand all of that attacks coming in from NipFlash, but surprisingly, there is still a pretty good sizable chunk of damage that this Link is able to dish out, even though we are only 1 minute and 45 seconds into the game.
Yeah, take a look at the emblems. That's the Wilderness Blessing as well as the Swift, along with the Tank Emblem and the Concussive Blast just to help Diablo clear the lane a little bit faster because I know his item's going to be the Thunderbolt first and then going into full tank items, but a skirmish up top.
Shadow Kill already committed, Revitalize, keeping KURTTZY alive. Boyette's in the area. Here comes Powerful though to try to join the fight as well. Trying to cut off the escape. That's going to be KURTTZY getting knocked out. Ultimate coming off of Diablo. The final slash will be there. And Angela using the ultimate to just get the heck out of there.
I don't really quite see that pressure coming from Diablo, unfortunately, as the itemizations as well as everything else doesn't really quite work.
Eternal Guard doesn't land and also will allow Hades to just using the Temples of Blades to just jump away. Boyette now in a spot of trouble. Will be able to shadow all the way back out. Diablo on the chase at the same time. Hades down a little bit low, but still A-OK. Ken on the other side, still able to take down Angela though. Ken on this glue, but hold on, Diablo managed to find Boyette around the top side. Hades still turns it around, finds the killing experience. Ken goes into split right now. Hades doesn't want to do anything. I think JBL will just bring this glue away on a fun ride. It's such a scrappy fight earlier.
Well, at least pick up what you can, right? Ken's doing his very best, but the fact of the matter is, Selah walked into the bush where Boyette is, taking him down. Let's take a replay to see what really went down because the Temples of Blaze was actually hit first before Selah walked into that bush where Boyette was patiently waiting around that turtle pit.
Unfortunately, it does seem like Evil is having a little bit of a difficulty right off the start, but at least there is something that NipFlash is looking out for, and that is going to be the initial turtle take.
JPL already burned the flicker already. Now Ken's doing a lot of trouble. JPL, just look at the damage that's coming off of Ken. Here comes Implosion. Oh, JPL as well. Try to slow it down just a little bit. Ken become a killing spree already. Ken, this glue is just a menace against NipFlash.
It's going to be much more in the late game. He's just slowly scaling up. Powerful taking a lot of shots, just chip damage for him because he knows he can kite around. The Diablo goes in again.
Trying to look for Powerful right there. The turtle stolen by Hades as well. Angela goes on in. It's going to be Diablo getting possessed by Ken. Boyette still takes him down, but Hades will be able to trade onto Powerful. And now it's going to be Hades onto Ken right here. Sailor trying to up with the damage, but will be a little bit too slow. And Ken goes to the splits and trying to heal by Hades. That's a shutdown. A double kill given overside to NipFlash.
At this point in time, it it does seem like NipFlash's entire lineup is all about bruising the opponents and giving all the kills over to the side of Hades. This is what we haven't seen in a long time, as this is where the term hyper carry comes in from. Every single one of NipFlash, all they wanted to do is just funnel all of that farm over to Hades, give him the kills, give him the kills, give him the kills.
You're taking the words right out of my
Vanix.
mouth. On bottom side, Vanix actually manages to hold his lane against Marky. You know that you're going to be losing a lane against Marky. Why not just pick something else, like a fighter in that Ruby? But to add on to your point, the Lingula combo coming in.
Coming to Reap onto Marky right here. Goes into Temple of Blades. We'll be able to find that kill as well. Powerful, a little bit too slow for that fight.
It's a very, very scary combo, especially from Hades. But
Implosion. It hits nothing though. Powerful will be able to get on the way. Boyette goes into the shadow kill. Members on NipFlash focusing down bottom turret, and that will be one turret crack open very, very soon.
We're currently 5 minutes into the game. NipFlash have got a pretty nice and sizable lead when it comes down to their economy. And to add matters worse for Evil is the fact that the bottom lane's T1 turret is now taken down. And back to the same thing that we have seen Diablo do all the time, a heavy proxy, just so that he will be able to just kind of get around the map as much as possible, just so that he will be able to put a lot more pressure onto other lanes.
That's going to be Ken. Goes into split though. Ken possess onto Diablo. Doesn't pull that trigger, and that's one ultimate burn away 12 seconds before the turtle spawns.
But Diablo is being such a menace. He's got a Thunderbelt already built up, so he's going to be looking to get a lot more aggressive, trying to build that stacks up to that late game. And NipFlash, they have insurance policies right now. Third turn of the game, Hades starting things up. 6-0-1 on this Ling, and he's already got the Berserker's Fury, so it's going to be a hard hitter.
Yeah, 6 kills into his name, by the way, though, and Hades right here. This is a very different Hades as compared to game number 1. NipFlash secures the turtle. No contest from Team Evil.
With the fact that typically we'll want to see a Ling on the position 1 and having a lot of time, or rather requiring a lot of time to really go online. The way an NipFlash is playing, it's relatively fair to say that probably at least half of their current lead has pretty much been funneled over to Hades. So it's pretty fair to say that Hades now have got a lot of killing potential as compared to the amount that Boyette has.
Yep. Farming stacks is definitely the way that Diablo wants to play. Implosion onto Sailor. Nowhere for him to run away. Powerful also getting stuck right there. Nowhere to run as well. That's a kick. Trying to delay by Hades with a hard guard. Trying to get on the way, but no. Hades falls. Marky given a shutdown. And Vanix right here trying to make a play against the rest of the world. Also trying to split onto Marky. Marky already down a little bit low. And Vanix getting possessed by Ken. Diablo going revitalized. Trying to make sure that Vanix stay alive just a little bit longer. Boy, yet trying to add on to the damage. Vanix cannot try to spin. Ken takes down Vanix. And Diablo will be the last one to walk out of that team fight.
Oh, Ken, you are a menace as he sticks on to the opponents like glue.
Diablo. Oh, man. He's trying to make a run for it. The final slash! Cancelled by Powerful. Man, nowhere for Evil. Nowhere for NipFlash to run.
They got a little bit too deep. Ken is starting to be a very, very thick and beefy boy. So hard to take down. Such a menace. And he's being a monster in that late game.
Look at the gold lead, guys. It's already going to the favor of Evil. It's equalizing right there. Earlier just now, what was 2K?
Oh, I mean, we're talking about the mid stages of the game, right? This is the point in time where NipFlash will definitely start to see a dip in terms of their damage potential, while the opponents, which is Evil, they definitely have got a lot more to work out for them.
This is a very big lane swap from Marky. He's already on the top side, so making a beeline down, popping the Zaman Force just to deal as much damage to keep Ken alive. Look at that revitalize from Diablo, though. That was a very, very good consolation prize, trying to keep Vanix alive. But just with that split and just with that possession, just healing everything back up. And they're ready for the next fight. Ken's relatively healthy to go in for the second round.
It's going to be really tough for NipFlash to keep up to this current lead that they have. With Ken being such a menace and it's just an undying glue that just constantly just sticks himself onto literally anyone that he sees. You gotta have to really watch out for him.
That's gonna be Implosion. We'll be able to catch on the Powerful. Hades jumps into the air for now. The swords will be there. Vanix taking down Ken for once, and now that's gonna be a little bit helpful for NipFlash.
You're starting to feel the presence of Diablo, right? Like he's got the off lane, he's got the long lane control. So lane's pushing in on the top side. He's just tackling Marky, doesn't need to do a lot of damage. He's just pushing all of these single target auto attacks onto himself because he knows he can tank it.
Once again, this is another game of attrition as we do have Vanix that's playing as the Ruby this time. Not a very conventional marksman.
Slice and dice onto Boyette. Will be able to push him away. Marky goes into Zaman Force. Diablo final slash will be trying to run away. Vanix has a hard guard as well. And Vanix stepping forward. Amber Fender onto 2. Powerful right here will get tagged down by Hades. Hades trying to slash. Flickers will be burned. Ken will be jumping onto JPL instead. And the shadow kill. Boyette stakes away the Lord. But NipFlash will be taking away Evil's life. Eternal God from Sailor will be there to try to peel for him. But look at how much time Ken was able to buy.
That definitely took a lot more time to kill one of these players, but that is the problem about, that is the thing about NipFlash, is that they needed time in order to actually kill people.
I'm offender, Sailor deleted, mid lane already cracked open as well. Hades looking for more, and finally NipFlash wrestled the control away from the Evil.
It's a game of sustain, right? NipFlash doesn't need a huge tank because if JPL can get a setup, that's good, that's all fine and dandy. But if not, then you got the Revitalize, you've also got KURTTZY whose heals are just keeping everyone up alive for a second round. They're just always coming back for KURTTZY to use their healing waves.
At this point in time, I'm just really banking on a lot of damage from the Defiant Sword that Hades have gotten for himself. The amount of gold that he potentially have is definitely still going to be crazy, but with the Lord marching in the top lane.
That's a knockup onto JPL. Ken zoning out Vanix, unable to join. That's going to be powerful kick. A little bit awkward right there, trying to buy some time. But look at the damage coming out from the Lord. Final blow onto Boyette. Nothing will be done for now, but NipFlash took a lot of damage up top.
Yeah, split.
Well, okay, Flicker. We'll be able to get back to safety as for now.
A little bit of just gonna poke and prod from inside of Evil. They themselves also understand that they gotta have to take some time, right? They can play into the later stages of the game. The one that's really on the timer gotta have to be NipFlash. Although I gotta have to say, I personally am pretty darn curious as to what kind of damage the Vanix can very potentially be able to unleash over to the side of Evil. Even though we always say, oh yeah, Ruby, a tanky beast with a lot of survivability. But remember, when it comes down to Ruby building up some good old damage items like War Axe, all of these damage eventually adds up. The moment that Vanix stays alive for extended periods of time, and I will say the same thing for Diablo's Benedetta, all these will start to matter.
Oh man, he's got 3 damage items, but they're going to contest for this purple buff. Diablo with the Electro Blow.
Will be there to try to zone in up. Powerful will be there to kick. Also going to be Eternal God. Ken stepping forward already, allowing Marcus to step forward as well. Zaman Force laying down. The members on the NipFlash running away. JPL getting possessed. That's gone to Jikundo. By Powerful onto Diablo as well. But Vanix right now will be able to deal with Marky. That's going to be Hades. Assassinating Marky right now. Sailor needs to run away. Powerful at the same time. The flicker already committed, but Hades can easily chase down. Shadow kill. Tempest Blaze already used to try to deny it over. Hades fighting for dear life, but Ken will be slowed down by Vanix. And now NipFlash crack up in top, taking 2 along with him.
And NipFlash is so good in splitting up these team fights underneath that turret. They want to desperately take down that turret. Diablo with the Winter Crown trying to keep himself alive. They will take down the T3 top.
Great one when it comes down to the Winter Crown. He was taking a little bit too much damage, especially since he had the aggro of the inhibited turret. With a simple crown, he got himself out of the way, and as a Benedetta, obviously, you have got quite a lot of escape mechanisms to actually get yourself right out of the turrets.
The biggest downfall of Evil right now is Marky is always split away from the team, and it's got attributed to Diablo using the Electro Final Blows to keep everyone else at bay. Marky can't catch up with the rest of the Evil Death Ball, and that might be their downfall. As we're going to that Lord, Evil needs to try to find a way to maintain pressure on all 3 waves. As NipFlash, they can send Diablo, they can send KURTTZY.
Yep.
It's not a problem for them.
You know, I'm just curious about Diablo going for this tank Benedetta. Technically speaking, it's a Wish.com high loss glorious pathway, right? Using Electro Blow, Final Blow to kind of slow everybody down in that one small little area, but hey,
but you don't have the movement speed buff, I suppose. But at least you do some very good and mean damage. One thing that you are able to see is the fact that NipFlash, they are really good at split pushing. With the fact that
look at waves though.
Yeah,
top.
the top lane is just getting completely pushed
out.
out.
Split pushing though. Team Evil has to try to make something work. KURTTZY,
No way! No way! You cannot do this!
No way!
Boyette coming back though, maybe this is
It's
time.
not enough!
It's not enough!
KURTTZY will do it!
Unfortunately,
One more hit!
No minions! Once again, NipFlash. Oh my goodness,
I was
you can't
teasing
keep
it.
doing this to me.
just a tad little bit. The fact that Evo manages to defend their core from a pushing Angela.
And not only just that, Team Evil took the Lord
They
away
took
from
the
NIP
Lord.
Flash.
Look at the base. It's just a tenth of its original health.
Now, NIP Flash needs to brace for impact right here. They kind of did not commit for that one, and now they're going to suffer a little bit right now.
Who would have thunk that an Angela is the one that is threatening
It might
your
be.
game?
It might have been possible if he sold his fleeting
If he got
time
Wind
just to get
Talker.
the Wind Talker, just like a Diablo special kind of thing.
Okay.
Diablo 1v1 Boyette. Won't put him out to anything. Diablo's just clearing that ways, but Hades.
Putting all the damage as well. Hard guard will be committed by the side of KURTTZY. Hades still jumps all the way in, all trying to defend. Here comes the shadow kill on the bottom lane. Diablo, second skill already, trying to be a little bit immune, revitalized already. Pop Boy at 1v1 versus Diablo. Final electric blow will be able to run away, but Diablo down a little bit low. That miss! Oh my goodness, Diablo masterful on the Vendetta, but the main problem is still here. And NIP Flash is already going to threat the Marquee. Double kill, takes down Hades. 3 men for the side of NIP Flash down. Vanix alone to defend this one.
With Vanix and Diablo left from the side of NIP Flash, they really don't have a lot of damage to really work out for them as Powerful threatens
this
this
a
game
reverse sweep?
against NIP Flash.
Is this a
15 seconds.
reverse?
Marky got his aim in force.
Marquis on the double force right now, trying to walk under the car. Vanix is right here, trying to buy a lot of time. It's supposed
No
to
waves.
And now the winter crown already activated by the side. Evo, it's a little bit too much for NIP Flash to hold.
They're playing it very disciplined.
No.
That's the macro play that we want to see. You needed to go in and proxy to ensure that there is no more waves that's just going to be running down to the middle lane, and that buys a lot of time for your team to come back out. Diablo knows that. He will be willing and happy to sacrifice himself just so that they have another shot at this game.
But Evil is just taking everything from NIP Flash. From a peak of 6,000 gold, right now it's tipping into the favor of Evil. And it's got to be attributed to that one play, KURTTZY with the base rush, the failed base rush, just turning everything around. The waves are pushing in mid. That's a conceal play.
Diablo, 19 seconds right here. Evo needs to try to make something work right here, and this is the moment. Hades jumps all the way in, down a bit low. Vanix receives a hard guard as well. Double force already activated.
Oh!
The burst damage from Marky just kills off Hades as well. Marky on the roll right here. This is Maharif is just popping off everybody from the side of NIP Flash. Bottom lane already broken.
3v4. Two
Not gonna
down.
be easy.
Got a
Diablo
wave pushing in.
trying to
mid
push
and
away
bot.
Marky as well. Marky is the main problem right here. Diablo sticking onto Marky. Force already activated. Electrifying already committed. Vanix trying to go all the way in. Hard guard already committed. But then again, wait, is that a glue on Vanix and also KURTTZY onto Vanix as well? And now it's going to be Evo clearing it up. KURTTZY, the only one left, and Evo will be here to try to read. But there is no minions once again.
Oh my goodness, what is this cycle that Evil is playing into the hands of NIP Flash?
Hades taking things personal. He wants to take down Sailor as well. But no, he's playing it disciplined. They have ways to protect.
Wait. Hades,
No.
Wait
Hades.
a minute.
No, don't be greedy.
No, okay, we're
Please.
fine on we're fine for now.
Whoa.
We can take a seat, boys. We can take a seat.
Take a seat. Calm
Relax, have
down.
a breather. It's 21 to 21 kills. Evo's still holding on to the economy. The Lord has just popped up. There's a very extended team fight.
Oh, Boyette, this
No,
is not a
not
good
Boyette.
push that you want to be in. Hades,
Boyette.
right before the Lord, he falls. NIP Flash, now 5 men. They managed to cycle Evo over and over and over and over again.
Massive find. Onto Powerful himself. Onto Boyette himself. No more retribution for this one. Looks like an uncontested Lord for NIP Flash. Unless Ken?
No way.
No, the waves are still pushing in to NIP Flash, to Evo's favor, so they have a little bit more time before Boyette comes up. They do have the high ground on the Eternal Guard. If Salo is able to defend against this, there might be another shot, but Evo has to hold on.
I hear a concealed play already. JPL looking for a target. Will be approaching, catching on to Ken. And now
Marky,
it's going to be
Marky's
the
down.
Marky immediately getting deleted by the side of NIP Flash. And now Hades will be trying to look for more target. Boyette coming in just a nick of time. It will be going to shadow kill. Will be targeting onto Diablo. And now the Shuriken doesn't really connect onto the damage onto NIP Flash. And now Team Evo needs to try to defend the kick onto Vanix right here by the side of Powerful. But Vanix
the heal.
should be able to heal everything back up.
Lord marching on that top side, NipFlash. It's round 2 for them.
It's round 2.
It's go time.
Here comes the bell. Here comes the dinner bell from the side of NipFlash. They're trying to end this against Team Evil. 3 members from the side of Evil are still alive. NipFlash, so they brought French and Hades. A mega kill, and they take game number 2.
My goodness! That could have been the tough game for NipFlash. They tried to knock on the doors the first time, leaving Angela to do the job, but it was way too risky for Angela to sell everything just to get a win talker, but it's okay. They come back around again, and NipFlash still managed to find the small little mistakes in between of the gaps of Evil's armors.
Absolute chaos.
But it's
Game
carefully
number
orchestrated
2.
chaos, man. Man, this is such a fun game. This is just game number 2. And Evil's not giving NipFlash an easy time up to the top.